I fell
start.
into a. There was like a
Yeah,
hole I jumped in
you
and got away
fell.
from
You
it.
fell into a huge cavern. All your men are dead. The uh, the beast with one eye and the head of a bull killed them. It's a giant, or you guess it's a giant. You don't really know. It looked like you never seen anything like that. You've never even heard about anything like that from your fellow slayers or other warriors. Uh, you've been tumbling down, and finally you fell into a huge cavern. You lay into a puddle of snow that's been that's been created. Well, I mean that's been formed at the bottom, and you're panting heavily. You are in pain. You know that you have a lot of bruises after that long fall. Above you, you can hear the creature's horrible roars coming from, like from above, but at the same time from very near. What's your plan?
Um, I want to pull at my beard and just scream.
For a
Um,
second, you hear that the creature fell silent. But then you've begun to hear something like, and only after a few seconds you've realized that it's a form of laughter. The creature is mocking you. It's mocking you and your dead comrades who've entrusted their lives to you. You can't let this slide go past.
have I regained my composure?
You stand. Your weapon is right next to you, fortunately. So you don't have to travel around to find it. You have most of your things with you. Um, Actually, now that you check your equipment, everything is here. Although your clothes are a little worse for wear.
Don't need them.
No, probably not. You're in a huge cavern. It's easily the size of. It's bigger than your camp, the camp from which you've set off into the wilds, actually. Um,
How
and
high is the ceiling?
you don't see the ceiling actually. It's so high. It's ginormous. It's
But
huge.
the monsters above me.
The monster is
Assume-
above you on the
Yeah.
surface, but you're in the
Okay.
cavern.
Could it fit in here?
Not through the hole through which you came inside.
Okay.
It's too small. It's too narrow. So, what's your next course of action?
Um, I want to kneel and I want to pray to Grungy.
All right, to Grangni or to Grimnir?
He's a Slayer god, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray to Brimnir.
All right.
I have Grungy as my god, but I need some help right now.
Well, it's completely natural that you want favor from dwarf and god of war. Um, you fall on your knees and you begin praying.
I want to repent for my cowardice and honor my fallen comrades.
You know that if Grimnir is watching you, well, he's not forsaken you yet. You'd probably feel it. Um, as for cowardice, you've already lost your honor, and you can only regain it by dying in battle. So, you know,
Right. So I'm reassuring him I'm not going anywhere.
yeah, yeah. You know that you can't really lose your honor twice.
Yeah.
Um, after, well, basically you've prayed, sorry. Um, and after that, uh, you finally feel the chill of the snow of the winter in your bones. Like I've said, your clothes have been destroyed practically. You've lost one of your shoes, and it's very cold here. Even though it's underground, it's very cold. It's like it's actually you feel that it's almost as if it's getting colder.
Is the green vial still in my beard where I left it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's fortunately it's it's solid because well if it would crack then you'd probably be dead.
Can I try and I have 5 wounds. Can I try and treat some?
You have healing.
Yeah, I think so.
Um, okay, if you have this skill, go ahead.
I think I got it from being a student.
Oh yeah, you are a student. Completely forgot about that. I mean, student slayer. That's something very funny. Yeah, you have heal. You have basic heal. Oh, okay, you've made it. How many wounds do you have? Basic wounds. I mean.
Uh, Basic wounds 17. I've taken 5.
Okay, you're on full heal.
Okay.
You've bandaged yourself. Applied some healing salves to your wounds. You feel a bit better, but with some alarm, you've noticed that you don't hear the creature's roars anymore.
I'll limber up.
What?
I'm gonna limber up.
Up the way.
Pop my neck, pop my knuckles.
You won't be able to. It's impossible. It's you can see that already. The shaft is too steep.
Oh no, I mean like limber up, like stretch, like pop my neck, pop
Oh,
my.
okay. Sorry. All right, you begin to stretch, to work on your cold strained muscles. It actually works. You begin to feel a bit better. Mm, you begin to feel, combat ready, so to speak, pumped up. Um, yeah, and you could probably fight. I mean, it wouldn't be optimal to fight in your condition, but you know that you could probably do it, and you probably have to at some point.
I want to yell so that it echoes up the cavern.
What are you yelling?
Rest assured, Biggie, I'm not leaving without your head.
All right, you yell. The echo in the cavern is multiplying your words a few times. Just by hearing it, you realize how huge this cavern is. It's actually very very big. And as you finished yelling, you see that in the far distance, you see a light glowing in the darkness. Begin to glow in the darkness. A faint bluish light. It's like a strobe. It pulsates.
I grip my axe tight and I start walking towards it.
All right. It's dark, basically, of course. So as you walk through it. Even your night vision is not giving you enough, to see where you
Could I hug a wall or something?
What?
Could I hug a wall? Like.
You don't know how huge this is.
Okay, yeah, I'll just walk to the light then.
But do you have any kind of lantern or lamp? Maybe a torch.
I had a torch, but I don't know if I lost it when I fell.
You had a torch. Okay.
We all have torches, right?
Yeah, I'm going to roll, and we'll see if you still have it. You still have it. You still have it.
Okay. The sparks.
Yeah.
Flint.
You use your tinderbox to make a spark, and you light your torch. And suddenly you see a lot more. You see that the ground that you're walking on is practically frozen solid. You don't see the ceiling. This place must be huge. And as you walk towards the bluish light with your torch in the air, fortunately you see that there are no chasms, no holes to fall into.
Are there any outcrops or anything I could dive behind if something big comes at me?
Yeah, there are a couple of huge stones here and there. Some of them actually look disturbingly like they've been made, like they've been chipped by the hands or possibly the paws of beastmen. Huge hearthstones surrounded by skulls and bones, covered by strange symbols, the same symbols that you've seen before when you and your men entered this part of the forest. But you don't see anyone near them or anything near them actually. Yeah.
And so I spit and I keep walking towards the light.
You spit?
Yeah, just like in disgust.
Alright. And you keep walking. The bluish light is getting brighter and brighter. It's not strobing anymore, it's practically solid. I mean, it's glowing solid. And finally, you see what this light, who is, producing this light. In front of you, in the center of a strange symbol, which you don't really know the meaning of and you can't really look at for too long because you feel that your eyes begin to hurt, sits a man. He's sitting cross-legged. He has a long blue robe on him, the color of the color of Middenheim soldier's uniform. The robe is long and it's finished with gold. He's got 3 hands. One is sitting on his lap, the other is protruding from the middle of his chest and it looks more like a claw, and the third is gripping a staff. The staff is tipped with a symbol, a sword of a flame with a single eye in the middle of it. As you approach him, the man looks upon you, or rather up at you, because his head was bowed and scowled. You see that he has only one eye. Where the other eye was, there is just clean skin. And his single eye is completely black. He just looks at you as you stand there.
Is that your pet upstairs?
He puts his head even higher. Ah, why yes. Yes it is. You're the dwarf I've been seeing in my visions. He hisses, his voice is like this strange amalgam of human, bird and snake. And now you finally came here.
I'm grinding my teeth as he's saying this.
Tell me, dwarf, are you satisfied at what you're seeing? Your man
I'm not going to be satisfied until your head falls to the ground.
Perhaps it will, but not by your hand. All your friends are dead, and you're here. And about to be dead as well. A meaningless, pointless death.
I want to charge.
You charge at him. You charge at him. Your axe swung. You drop it at him with a terrible force, and there's a loud bang and a flash of bluish light as you are hurled back. You try to get up, grunting in pain. You see that around the strange man there's a shimmering globe of golden and bluish energy. He cocks his head to one side, looks at you, and disturbingly, you're reminded of a bird looking at at a worm. It's a very avian gesture from him. Foolish dwarf. Do you really think that I would be this powerful if anyone could just make a swing at me? Take a swing at me? Come here. Let's talk.
I'm gonna start moving up, but I'm gonna stay behind rocks as I'm doing it.
You move forward or back?
Forward.
Right. You see that he's basically just sitting there. He doesn't really move. He's only moving his head from time to time and blinking with his single dark eye.
I know what you are, and you know what I am, and you know we cannot make deals.
Ah, but deals we can make, dwarf. For my god can make deals with anyone. He even made deals with your kind before. Yes, there are those among your ancient kind that see the benefits of serving Char, the changer of ways, the great schemer, the lord of magic.
While he's talking, can I try and lose him, like move around him?
You can, but as you began to move around him, you see that he also began to move towards you, despite not changing any position. It's like... it's actually quite a funny thought. It's like he's been sitting on this, round stone that turns with your movement. But you see that he's not making any gestures or making, anything really to do this.
I'm gonna scoff and I'm gonna stand up and start walking towards him. More at ease, I guess.
You do this. He's just looking at you. Tell me, dwarf, what is your biggest heart's desire? I can grant it to you.
I could take it for myself.
No, you can. I know your kind, Slayer. I know what you are, and I know what made you become what you are. Oh yes, before I've discovered Char, I was actually a scholar. An empire scholar. I knew many dwarfs. Although they did not talk to me about your order, so to speak, I was curious enough to scour the great libraries in Altdorf about anything I could learn about your kind. So what was it, dwarf? Wife got killed by goblins in a raid? Perhaps you lost your children? Or maybe you failed to deliver the prime ale to your master? What was it, dwarf?
In all your studies, you should know by now that you're wasting your time.
But time is something me and my god have in infinite supply. You, on the other hand, well, that's a toughie, so to speak. Because I estimate that we have only a few minutes before my pet, as you called him, although you did really hurt his feelings by saying that. Anyway, until my pet comes here and devours you whole. Although this does not have to end this way, You can join me, dwarf. You can be so much more. Think about
Bring your pet for us and I'll skin it.
My pet could annihilate whole armies. What makes you think that you'll be able to defeat him?
Because that's all I have left.
What you have left? What you have left?
Vengeance.
Vengeance is nothing, dwarf. It's meaningless. It's empty. It's an empty gesture. It's a gesture of fools and those who do not understand that they can change anything. But you can change, dwarf, because change is all that matters. I believe in change. I always did.
I laugh.
He just looks at you. I'll make you one more deal, dwarf. One last deal. Join me. Join me and I will grant you anything you ever wanted.
I'm diverting my attention like behind him, like all around. I'm waiting for this thing to get here. I'm basically ignoring him now.
You don't really hear anything. Just, you're looking around, but there's nothing really. He looks at you expectantly. So?
I'm waiting on your pet.
He sighs. That's a real shame. That's a real shame. Alright.
And then I'm coming for you.
I'm pretty sure you do, dwarf. Alright, so you won't join me by hitting my offer. Very well. So what say you, and I'll tell you that that I know about that little military camp from which you came here. And that right now my minions are converging upon it in force. You won't make it out of this cave in time to alert them, but I can stop them from slaughtering all those people and from ultimately dying in vain. If you only join me.
You think I'd actually trust you?
Well, no, you'd be fool to trust me, but then you also don't have any reasons not to trust me, dwarf. You know that I'm powerful and that I can do such things.
There's only one way I'm leaving here.
So you're going to send all those men to die for the sake of your wounded pride. That's...
If we had it your way, you would take us all.
No, I wouldn't. What? You think I'm like some puppet of the three-eyed king? I don't care if he wins this war or not. My master won it already. All the chaos, all the war, all the bloodshed, it strengthens him. It doesn't only strengthen the god of war, or the master of pleasures, or the lord of the flies. It also strengthens him. More than any other, in fact. My god is a god to other gods.
The words of a puppet.
The words of a man who wishes to rule in hell than to serve in Sigmar's heaven.
Then bring me hell.
As you wish. And with that you hear the deafening roar from right behind him. You don't see what made it, but you know. You simply know. And you hear the boom, boom, boom heavy footsteps of this creature coming towards you.
I'm gonna start running towards it using rocks as cover if need be.
Alright.
And the objective is I want to get in close enough to throw this vial at its feet.
Alright. Very well. You begin to run, ignoring the pain in your wounds. Behind you, you hear the chuckle of the you hear the chuckle of the Chaos Sorcerer. As you approach him, and you know you do, based on the on the sounds that this creature makes, the ground shakes even more. Roll for perception. You never thought that a thing of this size can move so fast, or or actually well, dexterous, so to speak, because it came at you from the darkness almost immediately. You've just had enough time to throw the vial at his feet before its sword encrusted spike club came at you. Alright, now it's throwing time. Roll.
What am I rolling?
It's ballistic skill.
Oh.
You've got bonus modifiers, so you've passed it. No worries, you've passed it. You threw the thing at the creature. The vial shattered. Whatever alchemical concoction was inside almost exploded almost immediately when it came into contact with air. There was a flash of yellowish blue light, and the heat wave that it produced threw you into the air, threw you back. You thought that you've heard the Chaos Sorcerer's scream of fury, or maybe even of anguish, but it was nothing compared to the roar that this beast made. You've hit a big rock. Fortunately, it was rather flat, so you did not got impaled by any sharp points. And as you slid down, you saw, to your horror and fascination, in the bluish yellowish fire that the vial produced, that this thing has lost its legs below the knees completely. They've just been ripped off by the explosion, completely annihilated. But its primal, almost animalistic fury made it propel itself on its hands towards you, and it does so in a very fast and capable manner. You know that
going to finish the job, I guess.
you know that the conflict is inevitable. It's time to kill this thing.
Is there like an outcrop I could climb on top of, so when it crawls towards me, I could jump off of that onto it?
The rock behind you seems to be, ideal for such a thing, actually.
Okay. I need to get on its back, or on the back of its neck or something.
Yeah. So you try to get on the stone. However, you've lost your torch, of course. Fortunately, the strange alchemical concoction that you've used to tore the creature's legs off is actually still burning. It's still burning in the air, and it gives a lot of light in the cavern. So you don't really have any problem seeing your opponent. However, you see that the stone under which you're staying is big, and it's pretty flat when it comes to surfaces. You think you could get on it, but it would take some work.
How far is the giant from me, and how fast is it moving?
Let's just say that you have 2 tries to get on top. If you don't make it in 2 tries, it will be upon you and will enter normal combat.
I'm gonna try once then.
Alright. Roll.
So I can see the charge advantage.
It's dexterity, and you have actually minus modifiers for that, since you're cold, hungry, and wounded, and there's ice everywhere here.
Do I have wounds right now?
Well, I mean, wounded, not because of the wounds.
Yeah.
Just,
Exhausted.
Yeah, it's bruises, aches. You've made it. It was -5, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Really.
you've clambered on top of the stone. You stand with your axe in hand. The thing is coming at you with alarming speed. It actually lost its club, so it only has its hands, or rather claws, which it uses to propel itself onward. You see that the explosion probably cauterized its wounds because it doesn't leave any blood trails behind it. You marvel, actually. You marvel at this alchemical ingenuity. Anyway, the creature is right. It will be right on top of you any second. You only have one chance at this. Now, you want to jump on it and attack from above, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it in a vital spot.
Alright, so it's pretty easy. You just have to roll for dexterity.
Oof.
Oh! Same. Wow, very good roll.
Yeah.
You've propelled yourself high in the air, jumped on the creature's back, and swung your axe with all the power you have in your arms. Now, what this means is that you have a free strike at the creature, and after that we'll begin normal combat with initiative and everything.
Okay. Are there gonna be modifiers because I'm on his back?
Yeah, it's actually you have a plus 20 modifier to hit because it's a large creature and you're on its back.
Okay.
Um,
I have 2 attacks as well.
Yeah, and you have 2 attacks. Just remember that second attack is actually, it has a minus 10% modifier.
Right.
Always, if you do, multiple attacks, it's normal weapon skill minus 10, and then minus 20, and so on and so on.
Okay.
All right, roll. It's plus 20 for the first attack.
Okay.
Whoa! All right. You've roll for damage. 1d10.
How do you do it? I forget.
Well, it's. I mean, I just use my.
There we go.
Oh yeah. How much strength do you have?
Strength of 43, 4.
4. So it's total of 6 damage.
Okay.
All right. Wait a second. I need my pencil because I'm actually using one. Oh yeah, here it is. All right. Second blow. Make second blow.
Okay.
Wait a second. Well,
Or,
you've missed. You may want to spend your
yeah, I'm going
luck
to.
point. Okay.
Woof.
Whoa! All right. Now roll for damage.
Okay. There we
Holy
go.
crap! What was that? It was like what? 5 strength, right?
4 strength.
4 strength. So it's 12.
It's rounded, right?
Yeah. Well, that was very good. You've placed both strikes at the base of the creature's spine. Your first strike only really nicked its thick hide, but your second, basically, you've clove the bottom part of its spine. The creature roared with pain and agony, and it tries to dislodge you. Basically, what this means is that right now we are rolling for initiative, 1d10 plus your dexterity. Ooh. It's 12. I mean, your first digit of your dexterity. So,
So 4, 2, 6.
6. The creature is incredibly fast for something so big and also so wounded. Oh, also, I'm actually using the stats of Minotaur because, it's been so wounded that I've decided to downgrade it from the giant. But it's still very dangerous, actually. the creature is trying to dislodge you. What it means is that it's actually rolling. It begins to roll, or rather, doesn't want to present its belly to you, but it also wants to get rid of you from its back. So it's a double action for it, which means it won't do anything else, except I will roll for initiative. For dexterity.
Do I get to roll agility
Oh, okay. No, don't laugh so much, because it's also bad business for you. What it means is the creature tried to dislodge itself completely. To dislodge you completely, but it actually fell on its back with you on it, which means you get a bonus attack for it, which automatically strikes. So you only roll for damage. So please roll for damage.
Okay.
Holy crap! You fell, and the creature fell on you. It basically just fell on you. However, your axe was still embedded in its spine, and as it crushed you to the ground, the axe actually went further into its back. You feel that you've practically cut part of its spine, and probably ruptured some foul organ, because you are being drenched in its viscera and some disgusting liquids. However, it fell on you, so you take a full strength from its attack, from its strength. I'm going to roll 1d10. You take.
Can I attempt to move out of the way with dodge?
Okay, you can try to dodge. All right, if you try to dodge, you don't wound it. So it's your choice. If you want to dodge or you want to wound it.
I'll take the hit.
You take the hit. All right. So you're taking the hit for 9 points of damage total.
Oh Lord.
Of course, minus your toughness, which I believe is 4.
5.
5. So you only take 4 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The hit actually managed. As the creature fell, and then after you've lodged your axe deeper into its back, it immediately crawled on its belly again, roaring. What this means is that it dislodged your axe, and now you're free. So you also roll on your. You roll away, panting heavily. You don't know if any of your bones got broken or not. You hope not, but this gigantic chaos thing just roll on you, or rather fell on you. But you get quickly on your feet, and the creature is right in front of you, a few meters in front of you, braced upon its arms, looking at you with its single eye, and you can only see, the eternal, immortal hatred it has in that eye. You can also hear the laughter of the Chaos Sorcerer. He's laughing, mocking you and your dead friends. So, now it's your turn. You can make a charge attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge.
All right, with an immortal, with a furious battle cry. Rah! You have your axe, and you charge the thing.
Brother Ankar, see me now!
You charged, and you've managed to land a decisive strike on the thing. However, it will try to. Oh no, it can't. It doesn't actually have dodge. All right, roll for damage then.
Okay.
13. Okay. Um, with an almighty roar, you began your charge. You run towards the beast. You can see its huge arms. You know, it brings them up to crush you. In front of the beast, there's a small stone, you know, just a small boulder. You jump on the boulder and you jump into the air, your axe held in a two-handed grip, with a mighty roar of "Uncle!" You bring the weapon down, right in the middle of the creature's chest. The steel pierces its skin, flesh, bone, and it embeds itself in the creature's black heart. The beast roars, but it doesn't finish the roar. As it falls to the ground, it falls onto its back, with you and your axe embedded in its dark, cloven heart. It was dead before it hit the ground. You make an impressive roll. After that, you can
I want to
hear
keep moving, but
the
like
geyser.
change.
You can hear the geyser of black blood erupting behind you as you pull your axe free. You roll on your feet, and you stand there, a giant slayer.
So it was a giant.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Do I have to spend the 200 XP to change up?
Yeah.
It's 200 for the change.
It's 100 for a change. You only pay 100 XP to change careers. I mean to progress.
Okay, I'm
But
doing that right now.
you do it later.
Okay.
You stand. You don't hear laughter anymore. There's a silence, dead silence. The alchemical fire is slowly burning out, but there's enough for you to see much of the cave yet. What now?
I want to start sneaking because I'm not sure where the sorcerer is.
You see him. As you turn around, you see him. He sits there. He doesn't laugh anymore. He just looks at you. He's far from you, actually. You know, he's far away. He just looks at you.
He sees me though.
Yes, of course he's seeing you.
I guess the joke's over.
Well, I didn't see that coming. You may congratulate yourself, dwarf, but this doesn't change the fact that my army is right now converging on your small camp, full of easy meat. You won't make it in time to alert them, dwarf. Just a bit more shame for you to atone for in death, right?
I'm cleaning blood off the axe blade,
You clean the blood off on the
shining it up for him.
on the ice, actually. And what's next?
I'm walking towards the sorcerer.
You walk towards him. You see, well, he's basically doing the same thing. You know, he doesn't even make a move.
You're playing the odds in something that you have no control over.
I have full control, dwarf. My master gives me more than control over my fate. Although all of us, we are dancing to his tune. You, your dead man, me. Now that's ironic, isn't it, dwarf?
I'll show you who has control over your fate, and I wanna charge at him.
You charge at him. Ah! Alright, roll for attack.
There's not much left to do. I mean, I can't make a deal with him. Woo.
You charge at him and you struck his you struck, the
Is it worth using a fate point?
mm, fate point or luck point.
A luck point, I mean.
Well, you can, but you've only used one before, I think.
Okay.
All right, roll for damage now.
Okay. I feel like he's probably got some kind of ward or something going on.
You've struck the field once again, and once again there was a loud bang, but this time you were prepared for it and only got, you only fell back less than a meter, and you didn't even fall on your back this time. Dwarf, dwarf, dwarf. Still trying these silly things, are you? It won't work, Come now.
Stop hiding behind your magic.
I'm not going to stop it, you fool. Magic is the greatest gift that my master gave to this world. You know that all magic comes from the realm of the gods? Even though the diluted fools from the colleges of magic think otherwise. Ha! Now that's something to think about, isn't it, dwarf? Your closest allies using chaos to fight against chaos. Quite an irony, if you ask me.
They're not friends of mine.
Oh, but they are. They are your allies, dwarf. Your allies who even now try to oppose the three-eyed king and his hordes. Perhaps they'll manage to do that. After all, you have many allies yourselves, the accursed elves. Some of them are pretty smart, I must say. Yes, but it won't matter in the long run. In the end, my master wins either way. If you manage to save the Empire and the rest of the world, he'll win. If you won't manage that, he'll also win. So it's a win-win situation either way for us. So perhaps you should save yourself some trouble and join me.
It's a win-win situation for you. Why do you need me?
Because my master always needs more converts and servants. But he's a just and compassionate lord when it comes to those who show potential. You have great potential, dwarf. You could become so much more. A prince of chaos. Come now. Is this life you're having really worth living?
If you have the magical power to crush me right now, I suggest you go ahead and try to use it.
I don't want to do that. It's so boring. I mean, if I'm going to kill you, you won't be able to live to your full potential. You won't be able to make a change. And in the end, change is all that matters.
I spit.
You spit on...
Just like to the side, like I spit in disgust when he talks about change.
Dwarf, such an empty gestures, I swear. I saw your future when you were fighting my pet. I've saw many paths, many ways that you're going to walk in the future. And some of them are exquisite. You have no idea how much you'll actually empower my god. How many things that you make will make him stronger. And in the end, it will make me stronger as well. I'm so pleased with you, dwarf. Or should I say, Ira Hornbreaker?
I grit my teeth.
Yes, Ira, I know so much about you, about your poor brother. Such a
Keep
waste.
his, you keep his name out of your mouth.
Oh, but I won't, Ira, I won't.
I start gripping my axe again.
Actually, do you know what's happening to his soul? You think he's in Grimnir's halls? He's not. All the souls burn in the flames of chaos. Your brother screams as the Neverborn tore his soul apart. He's a feast for demons, dwarf. Just like you will be when you die.
I'm just gritting my teeth and I say, I dare you, say his name.
What's his name?
Ankar.
He speaks seductively. Ankar.
I'm charging again, even if it's pointless.
You charge at him.
0 successes.
This time you see that his third hand actually rose up. A faint yellowish light came from it, and suddenly your movements are slow and sluggish, like you're running through tar or through a bog. Your reflexes are also slowing down. It's like everything is in slow motion. You see that the Chaos Sorcerer stands up. He straightens his robe. His human hand, the one that's not holding staff, reaches out to his under his cloak, and he produces a small silver dagger. Dwarf, Ira, should I say? It's been a pleasure talking to you, but I have places to be, people to kill, and schemes to fulfill. But don't worry, dwarf, we shall meet again. And maybe next time we meet, I'll present you with the soul of your brother in a small jar. What say you? I will offer it to you, dwarf. I will offer it to you for your eternal allegiance to me and my lord Zinch. And this time I know that you will make the right choice, because you want to save your brother's soul. Oh yes.
The next time we meet, I'll have the steel to cut you.
You're saying something like, the next time You see that the Chaos Sorcerer made a gesture like he's cutting something with this, flowing with this dagger, which has its blade is like a flowing flame, and suddenly a tear in the air appears, a tear through which you can see an absolute blackness. The anti-light. You've never seen anything so black. You close your eyes because you can't stand to see it. It's disgusting. It's revolting. It's not real. It's not from this world. Some part of your brain actually is trying to tell you that this is the realm that this thing is speaking of. This is the realm of the gods. This is the realm in which your brother's soul is being torn by demons. But you don't want to believe in it, at least not completely. The sorcerer, you can only hear him, because you know that if you look anymore, you lose your mind. The sorcerer, you can hear it's probably stepping through this tear in reality, and you only hear his last words. If we ever meet again, dwarf, I'm going to change you. I'm going to make you command your soul to chaos. And I, Valdemar, chosen of Zinch, will make this. Farewell, dwarf. We shall meet again. And with that, you hear pop! and suddenly time begins to flow naturally, and you fall on your face. Bwoof! As you raise your head, you see that there's no trace of Valdemar, the sorcerer, or the terror in reality. You are alone in the cavern. The stink of the beast's blood and guts and burnt flesh, your only companions. What now?
I guess I'm gonna search around, make sure I'm the last one here, see if there's anything useful.
You find your torch, eventually. It's still burning, albeit weakly. You know you're the last. There's no one or nothing else left here.
If the giant doesn't have anything useful, I'm gonna set it on fire.
No, he's not. You know, he doesn't have anything useful on him, and honestly, you don't really want to touch him any more than you should have. He's a creature of pure chaos. You find his club not far ago, but it's also useless. I mean, he won't be wielding it again, and you doubt, or at least you hope, that there aren't any more creatures like him in the vicinity of this place.
Is there a passage out of here?
Yes, you eventually find it. You eventually find the passage that the creature actually used to get here. You can discern this by finding the tracks that he left, tracks made by his mighty hooves. You emerge outside. It begins to dawn. For some reason, the trees around you, they're not so sinister anymore, and the cold winter air is much fresher than it used to be. It's not filled with this taste of stinking blood. Perhaps once you've defeated the creature and once Valdemar left, the atmosphere cleared itself a bit. So, what now?
I'm gonna go and try and find the bodies of my comrades. See if I can gather up any identifying information or anything they would want, getting back to their people.
You find the bodies of your comrades. However, to your dismay, you saw that the creature ate most of them, leaving only leftovers. Wow, the creature just devoured them, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna start marching south, I guess.
You begin your long trek back to the camp. It took you 2 days, during which actually you've returned to the camp really hungry and really weak, tired of fighting, of not eating properly. But finally, you emerge at the place. You see that the camp has indeed been attacked. However, it seems that the men have managed to repel the attack. As you enter through the partially destroyed gate, you are greeted by sentries, who of course recognize you immediately, and they bring you immediately to the camp's commander.
If I looked weak walking in the camp, by the time I get to the gate, I want to look like, fake that I'm feeling strong and healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You try to
I don't
do
want to
this.
look weak.
you try to do this, but and yeah, it basically it works really. You master enough composure to actually seem like you're not about to just fall on your ass and lay there for a couple of days. The commander sits you down on one of his comfy chairs, pours you a generous amount of hot wine with spices, and sends for something to eat for you, of course. So, I'm glad you've returned, dwarf, he says. However, I presume that your men are all dead.
I want to name off all the guys I can remember.
You remember most of them, actually.
Yeah, but I want to say all their names and ask that message be sent to their loved ones.
The commander listens to you until you've spoken the last of their names, and then says, "I will honor this man, dwarf. Do not worry, but the message will have to wait. In the attack, we've lost nearly half of our complement here, but fortunately, we've managed to repel the beastmen. However, the order still stands. Since the threat of our flanks being exposed have been dealt with, we will march further north to meet with the forces of the Emperor and our elven and dwarven allies. And then we'll march on Middenheim to relieve it."
I confronted a sorcerer
Sorcerer?
that said that the beastman attack was taking place here, and that I could save you by making a deal with him. But I put my faith in
You did well.
Sorry, what?
That's no problem. You did well, dwarf, not to make deal with chaos, for it is insidious. I presume you did not manage to kill the sorcerer.
No, he's slipped from my grasp.
Don't worry. He'll receive Sigmar's justice one day. You can be sure of that.
What was his name?
Valdemar.
Valdemar. Does that name ring a bell?
No, it doesn't. But if we meet any witch hunters, I will pass this information on to them, so that they may begin the hunt for this Valdemar, wherever he is.
He spoke often with change and had this sick look on his face as he said it.
Don't speak any more of this to me, dwarf. I'm not one of the Templars of the Silver Hammer, but if we meet one of them before reaching Middenheim, you will tell them everything you know. As for now, eat and drink and take some rest. Tomorrow at dawn we'll march out. Thank you for your service and for your sacrifice and the sacrifice of your men. They won't be forgotten.
And nod, and I'm just kind of like solemn.
You basically, yeah, you're solemn, but as soon as they bring you hot food, you devour it almost instantly. You can't help yourself. You're so hungry. Anyway, flash forward. The war has ended. You've marched on Middenheim, and you took part in, although you didn't took part in the battle under the Fauschlag rock, where the Chosen of Sigmar, Volten himself, clashed with the Ever-Chosen of Chaos. You and your small unit were part of forces that actually defended the main Empire's army flanks. And you took heavy casualties. Only a quarter of your of the men survived, including the general, although he was also heavily wounded in the fighting. but eventually it came to an end. The Chaos Hordes have been broken and fled, pursued by confronts and Cart Helborg and majority of the Empire army. The elves returned to their island home. Your kin also returned to the to your holds.
What was the dwarf's name that was in the camp with me?
Who?
There was a dwarf that I gave the dowry to.
Oh yeah. Well, he was part of the Empire army, so so he stayed actually.
I'm assuming I got that back, so I could take it back myself.
Yes, of course. However, this dwarf was, well, he was more imperial than dwarf, really. But anyway, you've got paid for your service by some, important military officer in the Empire army, someone higher than your commander. Of course, he said some empty platitudes about doing your duty and, eternal friendship between dwarves and men. And Sigmar saved your king once, and now we are repaying the favor or something like that. Or you are repaying the favor or something like that. But of course, he said it in a very dignified manner. He was actually praising you and your kind. Although to your ears it was all rather hollow and well, it wasn't really needed. But that's something you've discovered about men, that they love empty words. After all,
riddles.
Yeah, after all, Valdemar was also full of shit. So anyway, you've decided to head south to Naun, in fact. To meet with the man that you've been spoken to about. A mysterious man named Nero. And with that, Ira, please add a fate point.
Yeah.
Now, Ira Hornbreaker will remain as potential character for you if Sally ever bites it. I would like
It's
you.
a bit of write-in potential there.
Yeah, I would like for you to play Ira because I really like him and I think he's really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Sally hard. I mean.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying this because, like I was telling you guys, after this adventure, I'm kind of, well, it's probably going to be a bit harder,
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm going to massacre you all, but yeah, it's going to be a bit harder, and it's Warhammer Fantasy. I mean, everyone can die here.
Sally takes risks.
Well, of course. But yeah, anyway, this was the adventure of Ira. It was completely 100%, of course, improvised by me. But
pretty good.
I must say, thanks. I mean, it was a bit of a dungeon crawl, old school kill 'em all adventure, but I liked it. I like military adventures, and I like Storm of Chaos a lot. So always a pleasure to run something like that. If Ira ever comes into play in Naun, I will leave it to you to decide what kind of relationship he has with Nero, if any, in fact.
Yes.
And what is he doing there? You'll be having complete freedom for that. Perhaps he'll try to find Valdemar. Perhaps he'll try to do something else.
Maybe Nihilus has heard of Valdemar, and Nero makes Ira do jobs to give information about it.
Yes, perhaps it could be so. But like I said, it's a very nice idea, but it's completely up to you. and you know,
Yeah.
well, I mean, Sully is still in his prime condition, and if you guys manage to pull this adventure that we are playing right now off in a successful manner, you'll probably receive another fate point, each of you. Because, like I said, I would like to run a longer adventure next time.
Yeah.
Sort of a demi-campaign.
Sally's only got one fate point left, so that'll be good.
Yeah, and Gennaro doesn't have anything, so you know. Okay, I think we'll end for today.
Was there a XP for the?
Yes. 200 XP for you
Okay.
in total. You know.
I'm assuming I could take whatever with that 300 XP if I play Ira again.
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool.
You're a giant slayer now, so you know.
Or it was, yeah. I already spent the 100 on the Giant Slayer.
Yeah. Oh, and also, if you're going to play Ira and want to advance to, you know, another career, because Warhammer Fantasy 2nd Edition, it doesn't allow, if I recall correctly, the Dragon Slayer profession for some strange reason. It's only Troll Slayer, Giant Slayer, and Demon Slayer. So this time I'm going to use fan-made material and, you know, add the Dragon Slayer before. Because
I mean, like a maxed out Giant Slayer, like you really don't want to get any more powerful than that, though. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
like,
but you know, Demon Slayer is even more powerful. I think Demon Slayers are completely immune to psychology.
Yeah.
And they have so much toughness bonus, so that they can practically withstand, you know, a volley of musket fire. They're just obscenely powerful. But I'm a purist when it comes to Warhammer lore, so I would like you to finish Dragon Slayer before advancing on Demon Slayer, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically that's how we'll do this. But of course, it's, you know, it's still in future, you know. It's first you have to finish Sully. Perhaps he'll never die because he's hardcore like that, and you know, many things can happen. Okay, Brian, I'm going to we'll play our next game in 2 weeks probably, so it will be 17 of.
I'm actually gonna be
out
delivering a project in North Carolina then. Yeah.
So maybe 18.
The 15th through the 20th, I'm gonna be out of town.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to set the game for 24, I guess.
Or I mean, I'm good next weekend if anybody else is.
Okay, so I'm going. So in that case, I'm going to propose for us to play next weekend.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know, Andy will feel better, and well, I mean, Harold, you know, he still has his holidays and he's got other stuff. But once September ends, I mean September begins. Sorry, ends. What am I saying? Once September ends, he'll play with us again. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And your scheme, you know, your joint scheme with Mercenary Company will come into fruition.
Yeah, the guild.
Yeah, the guild. It's actually very interesting, and I would like to see, you know, what you guys will make with that. But that's something for next time. I thank you for the game. It was a pleasure as usual.
It was a good game. Appreciate it.
It was. I mean, you know, in the future, if you know, guys won't be available and only you will be, we'll play more with Ira probably.
Sure. Yeah.
So because, you know, it's a shame to lose opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to roleplay at least once a week. Like.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know.
I don't really do tabletop or anything anymore, so this is pretty much the only gaming I do.
Okay. If you want a cool, you know, play something cool, you should check out Vermintide. I've been playing it with my friends for a couple. I mean, for 2 weeks now, and it's really addictive, but it's very good. it's actually it made me come back into Warhammer Fantasy a bit. I've actually watched, I'm more enthusiastic about fantasy than I was for the past 2 years, really. So it's a really good game. What?
You're supposed to port it over to Xbox One. I don't have a computer to play it, so that's the only way I could.
Yeah, I'm playing it on my PC.
Yeah.
I'm more of a PC gaming master race.
We have a laptop, but this is pretty much all I can do with it right here.
yeah, I understand. They're porting it on PS4 and Xbox One, so it should be available soon. Try it out because it's really worth it. Even if it's a bit buggy sometimes, it's still a great. Honestly, this is Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, the video game. Yeah, it's a perfect blend of Left 4 Dead and Warhammer Fantasy, and there are so many references to games like Warhammer Dark Omen or to even to Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, because the inn that you're playing in, the Red Moon Inn, has been introduced in an adventure for, I believe, 1st edition of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I love seeing stuff like that, and there's even there's a level, a wizard's tower, in which the paintings are covers of the original 1st edition adventures and books.
Hell yeah! Like the old school. On the 1st edition, there's it's a gray thing with a mohawk, and it's getting cleaved in the shoulder by some weird looking guy.
Yeah, exactly that, exactly that. Actually, I think it's Gotrek and no, it's not Gotrek. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But the covers that I'm mentioning, they're actually from I believe from the Lightmaster and the Enemy Within, actually. So it's like I've told you before, I love references and I love small touches like that. They're really great, and the game is really great. So try it out; you won't be disappointed. Okay.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll see you next week, probably. I'll write to guys about it, and see you later.
Cool.
Yeah?
I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Good game.
Good game, as usual. See you.
Bye.